or anything, so just got to do a wee bit of switching. We've got a MP15 painted up by Dan Spalding for the UK. An absolute beautiful, beautiful local. Really nice paint job, weathered it really nicely, so just going to move some wagons and stuff like that. If there's any comments or anything like that, I'll catch them at the end. If not, then I'll take it from there, but just going to move some wagons about. Not done anything like this before. It's a nice Sunday morning. It's quite warm in the hut for a wee change. Most of my points in the yards are all just hand thrown. Anything on the grey track that you could see is all done by a mimic board, a dispatcher's panel along the end of the layout. So we just put these wagons in, grab some box cars, take them out, set up a train. I have no idea how that last one's connected because there's no coupling on it at all. I have no idea how that wagon's actually staying on. But it seems to be doing quite a good job at it. All good now. And take this off and leave out the far end. Wow, I didn't realise I'm looking away up there. I should be looking there. There you go. Hopefully that's better. Let's see what's happening. I'll turn it just a wee touch. There you go. Well, that's where that should be. Put KD couplings on most of my wagons, so I just use these screws just for doing a wee bit of switching. They're quite handy. And KDs are quite robust, so it's not so bad there. This here is alternate yard I've got. It swings round to Pittsburgh at that side. This yard's nearly done. I've got some detailing to do down the bottom here, but it's mainly just used for everything comes up for Buffalo Yard down below. And gets switched up here, so to put into its locals. So I'm probably only going to just be live for maybe 5-10 minutes, see how it sits. First time doing it, might never do it again, see how that sits. If you are on, if you could give the video a thumbs up, if you can do that, that'd be tremendous. That'll help the channel. I've hit 16,700 subscribers odd, so quite pleased with that. And kind of trundling up now. It took a wee lull for a bit where it didn't have any subscribers for a wee bit. Sorry, didn't have any increases, but it seems to go up in spits and sparks. I don't know if other people feel that happens the same with them as well. Totally came on the wrong one, but never mind. So yeah, Dan Spalding painted this up from it used to be all silver. I think it was this. an Amtrak. Can't remember, but really nice job. I would highly recommend any of your stuff getting painted up by him. His work is really good. Well, I seem to have 2 people watching, so hello to both of you. Hope you are well. Of course, I'll find out if the sound is working or anything like that once I switch it on, but I'll take it there. I'll drop this here and I'll have a quick look and see if I can see anything. Yeah, I'm just doing this off my phone just now, so at one point in time I'm going to get a couple of cameras at higher levels and just run some stuff back and forth from there. Got this tank car. Just not happy about that bit of track. So I've started to do some operating sessions on the layout. Summer kicks in a wee bit now, the warmer weather's here. If anybody's in the Falkirk, Central Belt of Scotland area and fancies coming along and having a play, or bring some of their own equipment or anything like that, then they would be very welcome. Get some, just sit, chill, play with some trains. This track must be dirty. My winter maintenance check is not as good as I thought it was. I'll have a wee bit of Hannah. There we go. This is one of the first parts I've finished painting, actually, this part up here, so I'm quite pleased with it. So I've been live for about 7 minutes now. So it's not so bad. If there's any comments you can stick on, if the picture quality is okay, if the sound's okay, if I'm really loud, if the local's really loud, any feedback would be welcome. Take this into the next one. I've got a friend coming over next week who's going to also run some trains, so we'll maybe try and do a wee bit of a running session for that. Yeah. Loose. That coupling is terrible. That coupling is pretty well, actually. I know there's quite a lot of people do live streams today around about this time, so I really hope I am stepping on everybody's toes. But I will reverse this train into this side in, and then that'll be it ready to go, and then I shall jump off. So as I says, I think we've got 3 people now, which is cool. Just a wee live, just to see how it works, just to see how my sound's coming through and how the video's coming through. See if everything's okay. If I'm too loud, the lighting's okay. So any comments and all that would be great. And if everything's fan-dabby-dozy, then stick a wee thumbs up. I can't see any chat or comment or anything like that, so I apologise if anybody's saying anything. But all I'll do is I'll catch them at the end. Right, grab that tank cat. Add that onto there, and then I shall be done. So it is Mother's Day today, so if you're lucky enough to still have your mum with you, hope you have a nice day and you've all spoilt her. Weather's been nice and I swore I cleaned that bit of trunk. Weather's nice in Scotland for a change, so that's actually quite nice in the shed. But my winter cleaning isn't quite as good as I thought it was. If any of yourselves have got trains or layouts or anything like that, and stick some comments on. And also, if you've got any YouTube channels yourself, please feel free to drop a link into them into the chat, because it's always good for me to catch layouts and things in the area, so please feel free to do that. I've got a track cleaning cart, which is usually pretty good, but sometimes feel it leaves a wee bit of grime just on the rails, which can sometimes catch it up a wee bit. So I think that's what's happening. I'm going to connect this onto the caboose if my local decides it wants to move. And then I shall call it there. Any feedback or comments, apart from the local stopping every 30 seconds, would be brilliant. And then I can take it into my next one. This is the first time that you've seen my channel or the layout or anything like that. I've got quite a lot of videos on it. It took me about a year to get to this stage. What I'll do is once I pack this up, I'll take you around the shed that I'm in, just show you what I'm in. Camera might be a bit shaky, but take that as it comes. There we go. Good enough for me there. I use the Lens DCC system, the remote handsets. I think they're LH101Rs, I think they are. They're really good. The distance that you can get in these are phenomenal. You can take them all the way up to the house and they work really well. So what I'll do is there was 5 on last time I looked, so I'll take it around the shed. It might be a wee bit shaky, hopefully it isn't. But I'll take it around and show you what I've got just now. So excuse the camera work as it comes now. Back down to 3. So this is the top level in my shed. This is the scenic side basically. As you come round, we've got this is what I call Pittsburgh at the top with the coal mine, the grainage, the grain facility. And then we come down to a wood processing plant, and then down to a wee preserved train station down the bottom here, at the bottom end. So we've got that down here. So that's like a wee preserved line. It's basically if I'm bringing stuff on for a different city, I sometimes start it up here, just for something a little bit different. Sorry if the camera's really shaky. Just below it we have Buffalo Yard. This is my main yard. All the trains come up there, up through the bottom, through the back, and into this helix here, which I've got so this is my helix at the bottom. So you come in for Buffalo Yard at the bottom there, you come through into my helix. A little bit of work needed just on that. I found that one of the rock faces was catching the side of one of the wagons. So with that case there, I've had to take that wee bit of rock away and I need to fix it. So it was a little bit different. And then up the top here is the other part of my scenic section as you come through. This is what I call driftwood. So this is a armour packaging plant just here. And then we come down a wee bit further and we come into a oil refinery. I think it's a petroleum place down in here. And then over the far side I've got Iron City Brewery, which is just a big brewery. It's it's very loosely based in Pittsburgh. So I actually got a gentleman over there to send me some Iron City beer packaging so I could put some different signage and things like that onto my shed. And they very graciously sent me one of your 6-packs. So I thought I'd keep some of the packaging and I would put it up on there. So that's very cool. And then I managed to find an Iron City beer truck, which is quite smart as well. So there's quite a bit of work and detail and partners added into there. It's very loosely done. The petroleum plant's kind of there. Needs a little bit of work done on it. It's just a very loose area. And then armour packaging is basically for 4 or 5 box cars just to get in there. Sorry for the camera again. Up the top end here in the sunlight as you're coming through, I suppose, at the end of the shed. This is a driftwood mine. This is one of the main industries on the layout. So I've got that. Hopefully the light isn't too world ending. It seems a bit bright. I might come around the top again. Sorry for that. So that's driftwood mine. So there's enough spacing on the side ends there for some work, and then there's the mine which you can get loaded up in 3 cars. So shed itself 20 foot long by 10 foot wide. It's not quite, well, it's actually about 8 foot wide, just under 9. So everything's quite tight. And at the top here we have an engine servicing facility, which is just what Altoona Yard West, I think it's called up there. That's my engine servicing facility. And then at the end, if you excuse the blaring bright light a second, this here is my dispatcher's panel. So the main line of track is all done in grey. With that being grey, you can flick the switches here. And any time you've got a train on the track or anything, it'll light up there to show you where the track detection is. If you can see that blue light there. When it moves to the next section should also light up when the train moves over the next bit.